was one of the Queen's royal spiders, the kind that had taken away Odd on that terrifying night. They were the collectors of children who were to become Sixers.
Come on, Dicey! We can't let it get away! Hurry! She's in our sights! Not today, spider monster! You! Oh, wait! Wait! Did you see those robots? What do you mean you've seen bigger?
I always knew I was a Sixer at heart. I knew! I'll do all sorts of important work for the Queen, while Bernard mops the floor.
Hey, where is Bernie?
Bernard is gone!
A Sixer child is missing! I repeat,
Look! It's Bernie! From back home! Of course we should help him. He'll be eaten alive out here.
The spider seemed impossible to get into at the moment. Oh, but perhaps Bernie would know how to get to her sister. Even knew...
Come on! We've got to find him!
Oh, yes, yes. Time was of the essence. I was done anyway. Threedom was a district tearing itself apart in a three-way civil war. A murdered father, 3 siblings, each suspecting the other of the deed. giant battle droid, given to each by the Queen to settle the matter.
Your house of cards will never fall down when you've built it with Nanny's help. Oh, hello. You've made it to Three Town, have you? Be careful here. Those triplets don't mess around. But then again, that just gives you 3 good reasons to buy some cards, eh? You did. I saw you there too. But now we're both here, and that means one thing. Let's trade cards! Let me answer that question with a question. Who could possibly dwell on the past when we've got cards in the present? So, let's trade, shall we?
Protect the king! Protect the king! He's in danger! We have to...
Wanneer som tegensteunen voor de het voelde kees voor de voor doi dofgaba bla. Wanneer som het tegensteunen voelde Bo bel hier dat mysterie dat is der doelke van je wolfboyra as niet wolfbel dat.
Yes, a war zone was no place for most children. But even suspected she could carve out a place for her there, with her dice by her side.
Fight them! Let none who attack the king... let none of them... where was I?
I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are. This bell belonged to my family, don't you know? It still does, I suppose. It has. I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are. I suppose it is. I don't know any other way to live, you understand. It belonged to the triplets, and before then it belonged to the Lord our King of Threedom, before his murder. Just so. But I'm a distant relative, far enough to stand outside the daily battles and to not choose a side. You know, I have another distant relative, a cousin of mine, that I haven't heard from in some time. Not since this cursed Civil War started. Last I heard, she was in the Duke's garden, playing nobility, eating cakes, I suppose. If I could see her again, I'd tell her that I miss her, that's all. It's silly, but you never think of the people you care about until they're no longer in your life. And it would do my heart good to know that she knows I do miss her. But it's too dangerous for me to go stumbling around a battlefield. Please excuse me.
Why'd you ask, stranger? What's your motivation in all of this? Oh, how heartbreaking for you. How tragic, you poor child. Oh, heavens no. That sort of thing wouldn't interest me at all. Good grief. Spying on people. I make a point of not remembering anyone I see in public. Privacy is very important to me, you understand. What with that paranoid count demanding full reports of everything everyone does every day and all. I promise it, stranger.
Fascinating. Fascinating.
The attack has begun! The king must be saved! What? Identify yourself, stranger! I am Neeshka, and I used to protect somebody important, I think. A ruler, maybe? Before the war. Oh, Even, you sweet child. You can't keep clinging to the past. The king's dead and gone now for years, don't you remember? What? How did you know my name? What? I've never seen you before in my life. The king! Protect the king from danger!
Oh boy, I can't wait to get back home. But I can't get back home without knowing the way. Or can I? Oh, hey, mister. Do you know the way to one... oh, wow. You want a hug? Okay. Ooh. Wow, it's pretty cold in here, and dark, too.
Alive? I thought I saw one running around here recently. A young lad, boxy clothing. Can't say I did, unfortunately. But you'd better find him quick, before the Shadowman does. Everyone knows about the Shadowman, child. Especially children out all alone.
Kids never run around here unsupervised. That's what the Shadowman ensures. All I know is that if a kid's missing, the Shadowman's probably got him. As well they should. You should be afraid, child.
Leave me alone. I'm busy. Everything's important to someone. If there's a kid running around unattended, the Shadowman probably has him by now. Oh, you really are in over your head. Oh, you are clever, but I don't know him. Nobody does. If you stay a spell, all Margarine Took can tell you about him. The Shadowman. He was born in the time of the first nightmare, and he lives on to this day. But not like you or I. He lives in the walls of Mulgrew Alley, and he can always see you. But you can only see him when it's dark. Snuff out the lights in Mulgrew Alley, and you'll find him there, waiting. But be warned, child. It may be the last thing you see. If he were merely a ghost, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Goodbye. I do not think we will see each other again.
You want to know about the Shadowman? You want to know about the Shadowman? The Shadowman comes when 19th day. He'll come and take your child away. And you might cry, and you might pray. But the Shadowman comes when 19th day. He don't like shine, and he don't like sun. He'll come out the walls when the daylight's done. Snuff out Molly Grow Alley's lights. Then you best run, for the last night of the Shadowman has begun. Sounds to me like you're fixin' to go see him. I wouldn't thank me just yet. You want to know about the Shadowman?
Even suddenly felt like she was being watched. And to tell you the truth, I did too.
Are you the Shadowman?
Oh, I have many names, little one.
Okay, fair enough. Have you seen a little boy? About yay high?
Let me think. This one?
Oh, wow, even is that you? I'm so glad to see you. Can you believe that I'm stuck?
Let him out!
He's mine now. I won't be letting him go. I believe you'd call that leverage. You'd think you'd know not to insult someone who's holding all the cards. Or in this case, children. Besides, you don't have what I need. That may be true, but there is another truth. That if you're not afraid now, you'll soon learn to be. Haven't you heard the bedtime stories? I'm what goes bump in the night. I'm what comes for children when they roam a little too far from home. This is what I do. Or what I used to do anyway. Before this silly war. Nothing you have, child. And I suspect nothing you can bring me. That remains to be seen. But perhaps you're right. I want the same thing all of us want here. Peace. I want the triplets' war to end. Oh, I'm not. I'm the creature that moves in the dark type. But people only truly fear things that move in the dark during peace. During war, they are surrounded by greater threats all day long. And so nobody fears the Shadowman anymore. Life is the greater horror. And they have overindulged, forgotten me. If you want me to give you Bernard, then I want you to change that. I don't care how. I don't care about anything even, except being feared by everyone again. I've watched you. I know you're a dice wielder. Silence! Don't insult me with your bloody lies. They may work on the living, but you can't deceive the Shadowman. You alone carry the power to affect the arenas and those giant robots. Figure it out, or you will never see your precious Bernard or any other child I choose to take again. Without peace, there will be no boy, no hope, and you will never see your sister again. For you, there are currently more important questions at stake. Go, even. Bernie's fate rests on your tiny shoulders, and my hunger won't be held at bay forever. To save Bernard from the wretched Shadowman, even had to end Threedom's civil war. It was a hard task, an impossible task. She wasn't going to let her friend die. The first thing she needed was information. Perhaps some of the locals would be willing to share what they knew.
That poor woman. Have you seen Neeshka? That poor woman. Completely mad. Oh, it's so sad. A brilliant warrior and protector, but now hopelessly insane. You mustn't listen to what she says, stranger. It's all madness. Someone should do something.
You'll never take me alive, you... You, I remember you. We've spoken before, haven't we? No, I don't remember much, and... I'm sorry, what did you want? Oh, with the children. The 3 children. Well, something happened. There were sounds from his chambers. Was someone with him? I was his bodyguard, and I ran to look, and he was supposed to be sleeping, but... I'm sorry, it was such a shame, I'm sorry, I forgot what we were talking about. Hello? Do I know you? The children of the king! Such beautiful babies. They grew up into such wonderful young men and women. The Duke, the Baroness, and the Count. Such a gift. The entire royal court was so... The court was so... I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't remember. He's paranoid, capricious, and fearful. But his heart's in the right place. He once accused me of trying to assassinate him just because I tried to get him to finish his vegetables. We all had a lovely laugh about it later. Or at least... I think we did. She's tough as nails. Tough as cannons, really. Duty-bound and haughty, but she can back it up. And woe be to those who cross her. She once aimed a cannon at me to stop me from giving her a bath. The only thing that impresses her is war. I wouldn't call him a glutton for life, more of a bon vivant. He loves all the finer things. He's baroque, decadent, you might say spoiled, but I'd say he's really more cultured. He once told me his goal was to eat every animal in the kingdom, all in one single dish. He achieved it a week later and said the dish was as delicious as it was disappointing. Oh, that's very nice. You're a nice young lady. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that these days I don't remember things as well as I used to. I have moments where I can see things so clearly, and then poof. But there have been times where an object reminds me of things, holding an important artifact that reminds me of a person or an event. That could bring it all back. Can you find these objects for me? One for each triplet. That could bring it all back. Oh, and if you could find the murder weapon that killed the king, I could remember that too. I feel certain of it. I'm sorry, find what? What were we talking about? Oh, if only I could remember. That platform reminds me. I'm supposed to warn travelers about something. I'm supposed to say something very, very important. Oh well. It's probably fine, and we should all stop worrying about it.
Seeing the ease at which Dicey affected the world, Even was surprised to find herself feeling a little bit frightened of him. How could someone so small and innocent contain so much untamed power? And now, Even suddenly felt like she had the world on her shoulders. Could she solve the mystery of the king's murder?
It's the Count, ladies and
It's funny.
gentlemen.
Your little
the
friend up
Count
there
has
reminds
won
me of
the
something.
roll.
He seems so small and quiet, but a memory somewhere is whispering to me that he's so... Oh, what's the word? Ah, yes, I remember now. Dangerous. He's brimming with power, isn't he? The power to reshape the world, ready to blow, just waiting for the trigger. What were we talking about again?
The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's dark dice. But everything else... Hi there. I'm Tea-Time Tootsie. I used to be our late King's master planner. Hey, we don't choose our names. Our parents did. Oh, well, the Nanny Fortuna renamed me after my, previous master was murdered. I hear she likes tea. Every day I watch the battles and come up with the most thrilling stratagems for the next day. The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's dark dice, but everything else I know. Fair enough. Skepticism is healthy. Here, I'll prove it to you. Every day the dice is rolled, and every day one of the Colossuses moves. Sarcasm. I can detect that too. But what everyone else has failed to notice is how the winning Colossus brings most of the robots he commands with it, and that leaves the area behind safer to traverse. Do any of the triples use this information? Perhaps attacking from behind on the day the dice favors them? No. Only I see it. By the order of Nanny Fortuna, I am not to work for either of them. Although I would be interested in learning more about the triplets for observational purposes only. Tell you what, if you meet them, come back here and describe them to me. There'd be a reward in it for you.
Go on, Dicey! Come on, Dicey!
Someone has entered your castle, Your Grace.
I swear, it must be my bloody sister, the Baroness, or my fancy-pants brother who thinks he's so much better than me, sending their assassins to smother me in my sleep. But this Count is awake and ready for you! You hear that, assassins?
I've got cards to trade. Don't you want to follow suit? I know you do.
The Count? I love that guy. You don't? He's great! There's definitely no downsides to the man. Everything he does is so grounded and normal. It's super normal to go even crazier because your imaginary friend Shmoo is missing. Now that's something I'll absolutely deny. I definitely love the Count, and I'm not just saying this because I truly regret our leadership. I deny it. Okay, I gotta go. If we talk too long, someone might think we're conspiring against him, which again, it's great. Can't wait until the Queen rolls her dice and it's our time to fight and maybe die for him again. It's so great and normal.
You're here to kill me, aren't you? Help me to die? Ha! What do you know about victory? Have you ever marched out into a battle, little girl? I don't know. Assassin school? Unlike you, mysterious interloper, I have been in battle every day in my mind. You're being rude. Oh, you're being rude so that I'll think no assassin would draw attention to themselves with such rudeness and then kill me. Kids can be assassins. I've heard of it in stories that may or may not have been based on truth. End it? How can you end it when the Colossus has already moved more than once today? This war is only heating up. What do I need? Everything! My bodyguard is dead, the war goes poorly, and then well, and then poorly again. And on top of that, Count Shmoo has been kidnapped. War bores me. It's just, oh no, this person died. Oh no, this other person died. Bah! Tell me when I've died and then I'm interested. In avoiding it, obviously. Neeshka, the only one I could trust besides my father. She disappeared when he was killed, but you're in no shape to replace her, child. She was the whole family's bodyguard. She was great. Or so I thought until she let one of us, not me, kill my father. Of course. Obviously I would keep track of that. Someone took it. A little bird whispered that it's locked up in the head of the broken colossus that used to be my father's. It should be collecting ashes somewhere in the battlefield. Why? Was someone going to use it to assassinate me? Ha! Fools! I'll see that robot head coming a mile away. A truly amateurish attempt at political murder. The third of his name, yes. He was stolen from me by the vicious Baroness, my meanie of a sister. Shmoo is like a son to me, and I haven't been able to sleep since he was taken. Do this for me, and I shall give you something. How do you like that? Even if she's alive, that leaves my lands undefended and myself open to assassination. Ha! It'll never happen. So that's the deal. Find my plushie, and I'll give you... Well, I don't know what I've got like that. Oh, but I do have a finger taken from the scene of the crime of my father's murder. 'Tis yours if you recover Shmoo for me. Deal?
The Count was an odd duck. And a paranoid duck, too, come to think of it. But Even was now one step closer to triggering Neeshka's memories. And possibly, just possibly, ending this war in Threedom.
Bold of you to be just running around here. The 3 robots out there always just destroying things. They don't care for our kind, you know. They'll step on you as easily as we step on ants. The war, it's killing this city. It's killing us. And I don't know how to fix it.
Point orga dagimnat rakgamnar fdog kaino kan orga ena hana das golkash malamni dakapoin norego okergo waktik hey gan gimme ha malaha hor askimun hale gaskre hey kamoene ken.
Friends, citizens, country compatriots, let yourself eat cake, for now arrives the winner of the role, the Duke.
Life never goes the way you expect, does it? All at the whim of a dice roll. Hey, kid. You want to hear a story? Oh, good. You're showing an old soldier a kindness, kid. There's a saying in Freetown, bad luck comes in threes. Well, it was right. I was there in the first battle. The first time the triplets fought, right after the king died. It was savage. The triplets, I didn't hold anything back. It was as fierce and as destructive as the dice maker's own fury. And when it was over, well, that's just it, isn't it? It never ended. We're still fighting those same battles every day. And me, I'm just about out of fight. Life never goes the way you expect, does it? All at the whim of a dice roll. Everyone's looking for someone here. Me? I'm looking for my brother Henry. Lost him somewhere in the Duke's territory, or running away from the machines. I'm sure he's alive, though. I see him in my dreams, though he doesn't see me. Stay safe out there, kid.
I've got cars to trade.
Deals here.
Don't you wanna
Get your
follow
deals
suit?
here.
I know you do.
Deals here. Get your deals here. Everything. Almost everything. Look, I've got a great selection that you won't find anywhere else. Mainly because everywhere else has been destroyed by the war. It's bad for most, but it's great for me. I mean, it's great for you because of the deals. I can tell you this much, kid. You'll change your mind. Everyone comes to trade with me eventually. That's the beauty of war, kid. Everybody needs something, and I've got something for everyone. You're darned right I am.
All bets are off when you've got a new card from old Manny Dex, Esquire.
Everybody needs something, and I've got something for everyone. Deals here. Get your deals here. Stay safe out there, kid.
The Count? I love that guy.
Come on, Dicey!
Oh, Shmoo! You're back! You lovable little scamp! I should scold you. You had me worried to death. Oh, but I can't stay mad at that face. By the card makers, Count Shmoo the Third! You're back home with Daddy! You've done good here today, noble child. You've returned my Shmoo to me, which is just about the exact opposite of assassinating me. I'm forever in your debt. And now let me give you this finger. It's yours. I hope that, with it, you can uncover the truth of my father's murder. The crime scene. One of my servants found it there. It's been long since replaced by a battlefield, but go on, take it. Carry it with pride.
Poor Even. You still don't know how to say what you want. Hello, Even. You're not asking the right questions. You're still not asking the right questions. But I wonder if you can help me, Even. My sisters. The children of the king aren't the only triplets in Threedom. In the middle of this war, my twins disappeared, unlike you. I feel like a part of me is missing. Can you find them for me? That's not important. You'll know them when you see them. After all, you knew me. If you find them, tell them to meet me at the safe spot, over by the sword bridges. Find us there once we're all gathered, and I will have something for you. You'll find us among the teapots, in the trenches, and under the ground. I hope to see you again, Even.
Sir, 1,000 apologies, sir, but your mid-afternoon cake was burnt in the chef's oven.
A cake flambe? Oh, how delightfully decadent. I'll take the whole thing.
But sire, it's burnt to a crisp.
Ooh, a new flavor I haven't experienced for years. What an amusing diversion. Have Chef serve it to me at dinner, and if he refuses, kill him. And then yourself.
Yes, sir.
The Duke certainly lived in style. Oh, it was all a show. And the horrors of war did sometimes bleed through the artifice the Duke had constructed. But if he ever noticed it, he certainly never let it show.
I'm having a ball. Simply a great time.
There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. This is the only thing that I'd want to do. I don't have any regrets at all.
You may approach. No. This simply will not do. That is not how you greet a duke, child. Leave, and return only when you can greet me properly.
You don't fit in here, my dear. Oh, I most certainly will not. Anything to break up the tedium of war and these endless parties. Why, you may be our only hope, dear. My brother Arthur. You remind me of him. He was a soldier, and I see the same determination in your eyes, child. I do wonder what's become of him. Well, dear, aren't you a ray of sunshine on a rainy day? My only brother, still out there? Thank you. You've raised this old fool's spirits.
I don't know. Mais så banke. Med det. En sejde på. Nej, nej. Hvor bare hvad? Hvad gør? Hvor er det? Oj, så. Og folk gør det.
Well, I never. Look at you. You're the spitting image of an unskilled laborer. Perhaps a chimney sweep? Child, no. You simply can't address people this way. You must always use their titles. For example, I am to be addressed as my most esteemed lady, and the Duke is Your Imperial Majesty, rightful Lord of Threedom. Without the right titles, none of us can possibly be expected to respond to you. It's a simple matter of respect. You're very welcome, little lady.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, child. Look at you, child. Why, you might as well be dressed in rags. Who are you? And what brings you here? Oh no, child. That is not how you introduce yourself in conversation. You must always curtsy first. Oh no, heavens no. You want just a slight bob at the end, child. It's always so unseemly when a lady goes down too far and then snaps her head up like a drinking bird. Here, like this. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, yes. Perfectly wonderful. Now, what did you want to discuss? Oh, heavens, yes, I could. However, I won't. I'm much too important to be a schoolmaid to some roustabout.
Menala, Dane Hairne. Go get Gabgo, Keneha, or a game on a hana. Dummy like a nesne. Darken nash mena. Hof ne non maneno. Seco, menahai, Walkerska, Monica Niena. Kushkaman Higas Yang. Dovako, Menacalin, Oscar, what's Kamorma? Walkis Kala Kwana. Water, Snenalmain, Ratskalinen. Akete mormanan oketo men hela. Oine, taake mun heire ho. Tuikat neirna ho. Tukinema lorne kana.
You're very welcome, little lady.
Hello, darling. You're a long way from home, aren't you? Poor dear. Well, I hope you find what you're looking for. Run along now. Hello, darling. You're a long way from home. No, darling. That's not how you address a superior. In this kingdom, whenever you meet someone of a higher station, you must always begin by saying, "Begging your forgiveness, sir or madam." There you go, darling. Now go on, run along.
You may approach. Yes. So. Oh. Well now. Finally some respect around here. Well met, Lady Even. What brings you to the company of the Duke, the one and only rightful ruler of Threedom today? What other way is there to live? What? As a commoner? We've already got plenty of them, I'm afraid. But there's only one me. I owe it to my people to be the most me I can be. Pass me some sweets, will you? What is there to say? The dreadful thing drags on, my insolent siblings refusing to give any quarter. But they'll come to their senses at some point and surrender. But until then, sweets do make the time pass more pleasantly. Don't you agree? Well, I didn't kill him, if that's what you're asking. I found him dead, with the murder weapon still sticking out of him. Oh, you know how things grow legs and walk off sometimes. Metaphorically speaking. I think one of my lovely spies told me someone locked it up on Father's robot's head. Giant, beastly thing. I'm afraid that robot is long gone. Probably turned to scrap by now. Our old bodyguard. Oh, heavens, what is there left to say? She protected us until she didn't. And my dear father paid the price. I haven't heard from her since. She's dead and gone, I suppose. Oh, good for her. I should send her a cake. Only we haven't one to spare, you understand. But no, I couldn't possibly leave the castle. The horrors of war wait outside, child, and I can't have my people remembering them. No, out of the question. I have only your word that she's even alive, and we've just become acquainted. Then again... All right, I, in my infinite wisdom and appetites, have decided to do you a favor. I will give you something of extreme value if you will in turn do me a favor first. There is a portrait of me here. Certainly, you've noticed my beauty, my handsomeness, my regal demeanor. I am there with my father, his favored child. However, part of the painting is missing. When we split our lands after my father died, the Count took control over the old royal nostalgium. I'm sure the second half is there, and it proves that I was father's favorite. Return with it to me, and you shall be rewarded. In the nostalgium, on the Count's land, I'm sure that wicked brother of mine keeps it...
At 10 hut, recruits, for the Baroness has won the roll. All hail her rule and her rules.
Here, mate, let's trade cards. Sometimes I feel like it's my sole purpose in life.
I'm fine. I'm gonna die in battle soon, and I did feel bad about it. But now I feel fine about it. Nah, kid, I'm feeling no pain these days. You need to stop bothering strangers, kid. Now, shoo! Shoo!
Here, mate. This.
But defeat comes even to the gifted, and its unfamiliarity leads to wounds even deeper than those experienced by most. Powered by a mysterious darkness, the games grew too savage, with risks beyond anyone's control. And the day came when catastrophe would be postponed no longer.
Trade cards. Sometimes I feel like it's my sole purpose in life.
Welcome to Warriors Training! Way better than that calm breathing, fella! Let's begin by chugging a pint of Zupa juice! No! No hesitation! That is not the Warriors' way! Now for axe training! Swing wide. Imagine you're chopping down a tree. Imagine you're chopping down an enemy! Imagine you're chopping down a friend! You just murdered your friend with an axe! You're a warrior! Warriors don't think, they war! That's why it's called Warrior! Now we're working on our battle cries! We need to scream so that our enemies know that we're here! So they can be afraid and they die of fear! Can you scream hard enough to make strangers die? Yes! Finally, let's focus on our motivation! Do warriors need motivation? No! Motivation is for actors! But they do need battle zone inspirations! So think of who you're fighting for. Is it glory? No! Is it one of the triplets? No! You're fighting for war! Because war needs warriors, and warriors need war! So every war you war yourself into is a new war for warriors! Have I said war enough that the word war no longer has any war meaning? War! War!
Even wondered what she'd been caught up in. Ooh, but at least she felt motivated.
That concludes Warriors Workout!
The Baroness lived atop Wildcard Hill, a training ground for war, and a home to warriors. It was not a place for children. But then again, thought even, what part of Threedom was?
Well, well, color me impressed. Most interlopers find themselves dead long before this point. How did a child like you make it up here? A likely story. You must have just snuck past them. Blind chance. At ease, child. Well then, at ease even. Look at you. You're not even old enough to be a recruit. You're soft, aren't you? Mean is just a compliment the weak pay you when they can't help but respect your authority. And I can see you respect mine. You'd be a fool not to. What can I do for you, even? Simple thing, really, but it requires complicated strategy. One or both of my brothers defeated our bodyguard and killed our father. I don't let that stand, soldier, so I fight. And when I win, they will pay for their transgressions. Not surprised. Neeshka's damn tough. And if anyone could survive out there, it's her. She taught me how to win a fight, taught me how to never surrender, taught me the importance of duty. No, that would be a dereliction of duty. She wouldn't be happy to see me there, and neither would I. I respect us both too much for that. How is she, other than alive? Impossible! I am too busy waging and winning this war. Ha ha ha! A child coming here and asking for a gift? The sheer gall! But I admire the courage. Tell you what, even. I happen to own the mighty mechanical arm that once belonged to Neeshka. If you can take it, it's yours. If not, it ought to remind her of her failure to protect my father. This arm, it's only the most heavily guarded item in my entire Threedom. I like your spunk, even, so let me warn you. You will fail. You may even die. So do the smart thing and go back to whatever teapot shack you came from. Fight war, soldier. That's what leaders do. And great leaders, well, they win them. My brothers have been a blight on this land for too long. Yes, I expect they would. Me lose against a soft aesthete and a shrill maniac? Impossible. Even if they had the sense to ally against me. I would have won today, actually, if only my maneuvers hadn't been interfered with by those blasted colossuses. They're supposed to move just once a day. It's highly irregular, recruit. Right. A little girl controls the movements of the giants. Tell me the other one. If that were true, you'd be the most dangerous thing on the planet. And you wouldn't know what power you are wielding. It simply couldn't be true. Suddenly, I think, I found him too late. The murder weapon was still there, but someone took it and stashed it inside the head of his own personal giant robot. The robot's long since destroyed now. The Queen of All Random had it dismantled after my father died. I think she feared the old man, and that his murder came as a dark blessing to her rule. Ah, but you didn't hear that from me.
Even knew what she needed to do to get something that would jog Neeshka's memory. Win the most protected treasure in the most militarized kingdom. She knew it would be hard, but she also knew that the chance of ending this war, if indeed she could end it, would be worth it.
I miss my darling wife so much. I miss my darling wife so much. I don't know. We were in different areas when the Civil War broke out and have been separated ever since. She's trapped with the Count, and I'm stuck here with the Baroness. If I could just see her again, I'd tell her I love her, and that the second this war's over, I'm coming back to her. Nobody will ever separate us again. If only.
Attention! Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, what can I do for you, ma'am? Ma'am, as tough as she is smart, which is to say a lot, a master strategist, a stern disciplinarian, and the one true ruler of Threedom.
Colossuses moved once again, this time in favor of the Count.
Finish this fight by destroying the tower. To destroy the tower, you must lead your playing piece onto the appropriate tile in order to fire your cannons.
button to fire the cannon.
Look out! Walls are rising.
Shoot the button to fire the cannon. The walls rise. The walls rise! Shoot the button to fire the cannon. Watch out! The Baroness now has 2 cannons! Shoot the button to fire the cannon. the button to fire the cannon. Halfway there. Shoot the button to fire the cannon. Take cover! The Baroness now has 3 cannons. Shoot the button to fire the cannon. Shoot the button to fire the cannon.
We are nearing the final round. The board game is about to end. Look out! Walls are rising.
Shoot the button to fire the cannon.
No! Impossible! You can't have it! Give it here! A clever head on those shoulders, soldier. I suppose it was a royal promise I gave you. You have a future in my militia, even. Very well. Keep the arm. And if you see Neeshka, tell her, never mind. Just treat her well. She's earned that, at least.
Armed with Neeshka's arm, even had all she needed to remind the old bodyguard of the Baroness. She just hoped it would be enough to change the course of this war.
fate. I am the ruler of random. I am the queen. And you are a very long way from home, aren't you, Mother? Do I have a sister? I have so many children, you know. So many. Coming here, disturbing this place. It hasn't happened in a very long time. I think I need to keep my eye on you. What did you say your name was? And I don't think you will. You get a thrill from disobedience, from looking your superior in the eye and refusing her. But superiors don't stay patient for long. Lock the girl in to destroy yourself and her. Even, you know that name as if from a dream somehow. You are a lonely girl, adrift in a world you don't belong in. Nothing awaits you in your future but pain and heartbreak. Just words. Words I've heard before from countless people. They all fell like you will. A task. You have a task. Tell me, Ethan, where did you find your little friend? Have you seen the valley? Have you found the valley of the dice? Tell me where it is, Ethan. Tell me where you found that dice before I...
Hello, Even. I wasn't expecting to find you here. You've done well to find me, Even. I know my sisters appreciate it. I do. I'm to go to the safe spot by the sword bridges. Then you're to join us, and we're to give you something, right? Because I know you, Even, and I hope I will see you again.
Burning daylight, even. And I don't think I like what I see. Indeed we do. But you'd better. The boy is growing cold in here. Let's hope it's time you have, young Even.
So much haste in someone so small. Stay in.
Welcome to the warrior's meditation. It's much calmer than the warrior's training. Oh, don't worry about that. Forget I mentioned it, and ignore any screaming that you hear from nearby. To begin, stretch your arms. Excellent. Now, exhale all tension from your body. Excellent. Now, stand on one foot and hop. Excellent. You are now a trained and centered warrior, ready to go out and win victory for your inner triplet. I simply cannot stress this enough. Excellent.
No further questions. This class is concluded.
You're taking a long time doing what I want, even. Too long.
Even? It's cold.
And it's getting colder. Oh, tons of things take time. Dying takes time, you know. But it can only be deliciously drawn out for so long. Until it, too, must reach an end.
Hello, Even. Poor Even. You still don't know how to say what you want. But it's okay. I know you, Even. You understand me, don't you? My sisters. I've been looking for them too. You want to tell me that we're to meet by the sword bridges, don't you? I'll go there now. Join us when we're all gathered, and I will have something for you.
Yes, and... Really? Really? That makes me happy! That makes me murder Sadness with an axe! Sadness lies in pieces at my feet! There's blood everywhere! It's such a happy occasion! Thank you!
Your house of cards will never fall down when you've built it with Nanny's help.
I miss my husband. I miss my husband. We were separated when the king died, trapped in 2 different parts of the Threedom. He's trapped deep within the Baroness's territory. Oh my goodness! You've seen him! How does he look? What did he say? Oh, he's alive! He's really alive! You've done a great kindness to me today, stranger. A great kindness. Thank you. You've done a great kindness to me today, stranger. A great kindness. Thank you.
I've got cars to trade. Don't you want to follow suit? I know you do.
Guys, come on! Hello, Even. Even now, you don't dare ask the question you most want answered, Even. It's okay. We all work within the systems we're trapped in. I thank you for your help. You found us and helped us, and nothing lasts forever. I'm sorry, Even. I know this isn't the ending you wanted. I know I'm broken. I know I can't be fixed. But now I can rest. For what it's worth, I hope you find Odd, Even. And when you do, I hope she's not like me. Even. There are 3 heads you need to be careful of, but they're not the triplets you think they are. You have so much pain ahead of you. I promised you a gift. But this is all I can give you. A dead girl, hoping with all her heart that your lost sister won't share her fate.
You have? Describe her to me. Well, she sounds great. Thank you for this. It will enhance my stratagems for sure. You have? Describe him to me. That's our Duke. Thanks. All this information helps my strategies become even more unstoppable. You have? Describe him to me. Terrific! Thank you. The more I know about him, the more I can build an accurate, predictive model of his behavior. That's right, and it's been educational. They all seem to be stuck in the same chaotic, squabbling roles they have had since they were children. Nanny was wise to order me not to take any sides. I see that now. Here, I would like to give you a token of my appreciation with my thanks.
Even, did you forget about me?
Child, she's not coming. You need to give up hope. Oh, he can't hear you. And soon, he won't hear anything ever again. Oh, are you? Because from where I'm lurking, all I see is you playing detective and wasting Bernard's time.
All bets are off when you've got a new card from old Manny Dex, Esquire. All bets are off when you've got a new card from old Manny Dex, Esquire. Oh, is that what I think it is? Yes, yes, this is the piece! And don't I look dashing? It was my pre-wig period, mind you, but well, wait a minute. We're all sitting in his lap, but that means Daddy loved us all equally? Ah, well, I suppose I did, even if the painting was a disappointment. Here, have this worthless thing, worth a fortune to a commoner like you, and I'll hardly notice its absence. And don't let anyone say the nobility isn't as kind as it is cake-filled.
With a memento of the Duke in her hands, Even was one step closer to being able to trigger Neeshka's memories of that fateful night. Even noticed her small companion looked like he had something he wanted to say.
What were we talking about again? Do I need...
Fascinating. Greetings. I'm doing a survey for the Upper Class Gazette. Do you have a moment? Splendid, splendid. I have only one question. Who do you think started this war, turning our lord, their father's castle, into a battlefield? Surely you know the story of the three siblings. Who do you think did it? Who do you think killed their father and started this bloody civil war? None of them? None of them? Oh, I've never heard such an opinion before. It's bold. It's direct. It's quite possibly insane. I'll write it down right here in my survey. Greetings. I'm doing a survey for the Upper Class Gazette. Do come see me.
What were we talking about again? That finger. It reminds me of something. It was the fight with the king, and he, and I, and we... I'm afraid it's gone. But it's become clearer. Bring me more. I need more to remember. What were we talking about again? Oh, that portrait of the children, the triplets, and their father, their poor father, the king, killed while he... I can't remember. I need more objects to jog my poor memory. What were we talking about again? My arm. I remember. I wore this. I used this to help defend the king when he... on that night when he... But then it... it's gone. It's gone. Please bring me more objects. I'm so close to remembering. I can feel it. What were we talking about again? By the dice maker. I remember this. It came for us so quickly, so savage, we couldn't... It's on the tip of my tongue and then it's gone. I'm sorry, Even. What were we talking about? Please, Even, bring me more artifacts. They each help, but together I'm sure I can remember something. Yes, Even, you've done it. Seeing them all together, I remember everything. Oh, by the dice maker, you've saved me.
All right, which one of you pranksters rang the bell?
I knew it was a trap! Assassins!
Oh, trap, murderer.
Shush, children!
Neeshka!
You're alive!
You should all be ashamed to have disgraced your father's beloved Threedom so, and how proud he was of you. But bloody this is just not how he raised you.
Who?
Listen, I was there that doomed night when your father was murdered.
And Neeshka the bodyguard recounted vividly what had happened that night. It was a tale of a god lady gone awry, of a blade against mechanical arm, and of a cold-blooded murder.
I was going to roll my dice. Well, that's how fights were done in those days. But this murderer didn't play by the rules. My trusty arm was cut off. I returned the favor and tore off the perpetrator's finger. And that perpetrator was the Shadowman.
Busted.
Bernie! Oh, hey, Even, there you are.
I should have been there to guide you all. I went mad with guilt for failing your father, and I ran away. I am so sorry.
It appears that this war might have been for naught.
This war was all because you three never talked to each other! You people are the worst! Thanks for the outfit, Bernie. You think you'll be okay now?
Sure thing. I can find my way home to one cross with my eyes closed. Easy peasy.
Don't worry, Even. I'll make sure he gets home. And good luck to you. I'm not good at goodbyes.
Say hi to Odd. Oh, I almost forgot. You like pips, right? This is all that was left of Mr. Shady when you poofed him. Weird, huh?
Oh, thank you. Hey guys. All right. Here goes nothing.
Hey, Even. Aw, heck. I just found it in there. I figured it might do something cool in some card game, but I don't know. I hope you like it. What are friends for, right? I wish I had. Well, I mean, no, I don't wish I had. Because being a Sixer is supposed to be magical, but that Nanny was just really mean to everyone. So it's good that I haven't seen her, because that means the Nanny hasn't gotten her. At least, not yet. I'm sorry, Even. It's been a crazy day. I just want to go home. Sure, I'll tell him. I just hope your dad isn't still mad at me for breaking that teapot. Well, then he won't be mad at me at all. Okay then, sure, I'll tell him, no problem. Don't intend to. Okay, bye. Oh, Even? Before I go, I just wanted to say, I hope you find your sister soon. I always liked her, Even. I'm sure she's safe. She can defend herself. After all, she's a great puncher. I just want to be a kid again. I don't want to have to worry about people trying to put me in their ribcage. Bye. Thanks again.
There you are. I am. At least, I mostly am. And the war that's torn apart this family is finally over. You did good, Even. But you need to move on. I have the feeling other people need you. I'll miss you. What did you say your name was, little girl? I'm just having some fun with you, Even. Now go. Run along now. Neeshka has things she needs to do.
Dicey, wait!
didn't think it was possible, but I ate too much candy. Too full to move. Without candy? How are you gonna save anyone without candy? Do you have candy? We had lots of candy in Fivetropolis, but not anymore. How are you gonna save anyone without candy?
I'm scared. My dad told me not to talk to strangers. They're mean here.
I've got cards to trade.
Puppies, kittens, rainbows, Yes! Oh yes, that's a very happy thought. Thank you. If I fill my head with happy thoughts, there'll be no room for sad thoughts about reality. My mom taught me that, back in Fort Town. She grew up during the war. The big one. I miss her so much. I thought this would be fun. But lemonade on a hot day. Getting tucked into bed. A nice warm blanket on a cold night. That makes me feel a bit better. Do you have any happy thoughts? Things being better forever. That's a happy thought. Things being better forever! With ice cream and puppies and hugs and moms and dads and families and cookies and kittens and cookies shaped like kittens and made out of ice cream! I heard they have unicorn ponies in Sixtown. I heard they have robot buddies in Sixtown, and everyone gets a robot buddy, and you can buzz around your robot buddy. I heard the Queen has her own magical dream world, where we all get to play, and our dreams come true.
What are you doing here? What does it look like? I'm Nanny Fortuna's favourite, so I'm the most important kid. Yes, it is good for me. I always knew I was a sixer, and finally, the rest of the world is acting like it. Honestly, some of the kids here, you can put them in a sixer uniform, but you can't change who they are, and... Wait a minute. Even? It's me, Lucky from One Town. What are you doing here? You clearly are. What's going on? Wait a second. You're not even 12 yet. You're too young to be here. You're an imposter. No, you listen, Even. I rolled the quince dice to get here, and you're a cheater. You don't belong here. You're an imposter. You're an imposter. I'm telling.
Nanny! Nanny Fortuna! Nanny Fortuna!
What now? A dice? Impossible. The Queen destroyed them all. Where did you find that? Tell me.
No, you tell me where my sister is, you witch!
Oh! Your older sister, aren't you? All alone, far from home.
Little child gone and lost, you've just made your nanny cross.
Here, take my hand. This is for your own good, Wanna.